In a kingdom where the sun always shone bright and the people cheered for their king, there lived a ruler whose power was unmatched. He sat on a golden throne, surrounded by riches, armies, and admiration. But beneath the crown, behind the robes, he felt empty. Every night the king stared at the stars through his balcony. "What is the final truth of life?" he often whispered to himself. His sleep was filled with dreams of time passing, people crying, and then silence. No answer came. He summoned the wisest minds, philosophers, monks, scientists. One said, "Love is the truth." Another, "Service." A third, "Power is truth. Only the strong decide." Yet none gave peace to his heart. An old oracle visited the palace. She said, "Your truth lies far from gold and glory. You must become a commoner. Only then will your eyes open." The king was shocked, but his heart ached for answers. He shed his royal robes, disguised as a wanderer, and left the palace without his guards. For weeks he walked across dusty roads, slept under trees, and ate food given by strangers. In the marketplace, he met a poor baker. "What's life's truth to you?" the king asked. The baker smiled. "Feeding others even when I'm hungry. That's life to me." In the fields, a widow said, "Raising my children after my husband died. That's my truth." In a prison, a thief said, "Regret. That's my truth." Every night, the king's heart was shaken. One evening, he entered a quiet graveyard. Names etched in stone, some young, some old. Here lies a farmer, a king, a child. He realized everyone ends up here, rich, poor, kind, cruel. Death spared no one. Under an old banyan tree sat a calm hermit. His eyes were closed, his breathing slow. The king asked, "Tell me, what is the final truth of every life?" The hermit opened his eyes, smiled, and said, "It is death." But death is not the enemy. The enemy is living without meaning. You fear the end because you haven't lived with purpose. For hours, the king sat in silence beside the hermit. He thought of the wars he waged, the enemies he punished, the riches he stored, but none brought him joy. His eyes filled with tears. The king returned, but something had changed. He no longer cared for parades or gold. He freed prisoners, reduced taxes, and built hospitals and schools. People whispered, "Our king has become human." Years passed. The king grew old. On his deathbed, he gathered his children and said, "Do not rule with fear, rule with wisdom. Life is like sand. No matter how tight you hold it, it slips away, but kindness that stays." And with a gentle breath, the king closed his eyes, smiling. You, dear listener, you are not a king, but you are alive. You still have time to love, to forgive, to give, to live. Before your truth arrives, live it well. If this story touched you, share it with someone you love. Subscribe to this channel for more soul healing stories. Until next time, live like the king who found the truth.